At Oxford College of Business, we offer world-class business qualifications awarded by some of the best universities in the world. That's because all we do, all we are, is business education.
Marking Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe's state visit to Vietnam, a special ceremony to accord military honours was held at the President's office in Hanoi today. Prime Minister Wickremesinghe was cordially welcomed by his Vietnamese counterpart, Nguyen Xuan Phuc. Later, the two leaders held bilateral discussions in which they had agreed to increase the trade cooperation to $1 billion. The premiers had also agreed to further strengthen public and private sector relations between the two countries. During the discussions, Vietnamese Prime Minister Nguyen Xuan Phuc had expressed his admiration towards Sri Lanka's progress in economic and social development sectors. He had also expressed his confidence on the current reconciliation process adopted by the Sri Lankan government. The progress related to activities carried out by the Sri Lanka-Vietnam Trade Committee was also reviewed and was decided to appoint an assembly consisting of both public and private sector scholars to further strengthen economic relations between the two nations. Prime Minister's Secretary and Vietnamese Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs were then appointed to overlook activities related to the particular assembly. A special media briefing was held following the bilateral discussions between the two premiers.
Vietnam faced a brutal war for 30 years, but they protected their country, and for the past 20 years they are in the process of rapid economic development. And we Sri Lankans, who faced a brutal war ourselves, have to also find ways to reach a long-term economic development in order to give a better living standard to our citizens. That is what I've come here to discuss after accepting the Vietnamese Prime Minister's invitation. And both of us agreed today that the economic values the two countries share should be $1 billion. And also, I'm inviting the Vietnamese Premier to come to Sri Lanka for a state visit.
Later, two MOUs were signed between Sri Lanka and Vietnam. Accordingly, the agreements on active plan for 2017 to 2019 related to agriculture development cooperation and education cooperation were signed in Hanoi today.